I want to talk about Monique real quick. So Monique, the comedian, it looks like she's calling out, I believe it's CBS, because girl, one thing about Monique is gonna get her check. The people is going to pay her, period. And I'm here for it. Like I hate to say it, I haven't checked out her full message to see what she got to say, but I'm gonna listen to it and we're gonna see what she talking about.
Hey, my sweet babies, I'm Monique.
And I'm Sydney.
And we're coming to y'all today to let you know we're standing with all the unions that are striking right now. And we have a story that we must share of our own with the community. Countess, Vaughn, and I did a show called The Parkers. The Parkers has now been on air for 24 years. And they're trying to convince us through our ownership of the show that we made absolutely no money.
And it's baffling, being that when you have a conversation with the executive producers and they allude to the fact that the show in its entirety, 5 years, was made for under $70 million. It went out of production in 2004, but by 2009, we see profit participation statements that show the program made over $700 million, but yet was in a close to $1 billion, if not $1 billion deficit.
So what we're asking you, CBS, is can you please treat these two black women fairly? When our brother Dave Chappelle, who ironically had a deal with CBS, said he signed a deal out of desperation and it was a bad deal, they were able to go back and do the right thing. And they made that deal fair and they paid Dave Chappelle what he rightfully deserved. What we're asking you, CBS, don't pay us any more, but don't pay us any less.
And the reason why we're having this conversation out loud for the community to hear is this. We see the numbers and they still don't want to pay. What will happen to you when you don't even know the numbers exist?
So we're asking you, and when we say community, we mean community as in the ones that's fighting for equality. Will you stand with us? CBS, will you treat us fairly? We love y'all for real, my babies.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Keisha. Why does she always need her husband to join her? Thank you for the super chat. Let me say this.
I got an answer for that.
We appreciate the support of the husband. However, ma'am, and I love you for real, Mo. I'm not even going to hold you. My thing is, girl, he was not on the set of Parkers. I just refuse to believe that that man was present. And I'm just confused as to why is he sitting there next to you having a conversation that you could have had with us.
Instead of Countess.
Then we,
I know why.
Boom, come on, Countess and her could have did this together.
The reason is because she has to force everyone to respect him. That's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he, because she's the breadwinner, because she makes most of the money, she has to allow him space to talk every time she has something to say, because she has to force everybody to respect him, because they probably don't want to respect him for a number of reasons, but more so because whenever they see a woman with money, whenever they see her husband and he don't make as much money as her, they try to make it seem like he don't really want to be with her. He's just with her because she got money, which is the craziest thing, because she's walking around with vagina. Y'all want to be with women who don't have anything just because they have vagina. Why do you think that a man wouldn't want a woman that has money and a vagina? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But I do feel like it's just her always trying to make her audience respect her husband. I also hated his hat.
I didn't like that it wasn't natural. He was messing up the flow. She did a really good job reading by herself. It was more impactful. When he was reading, I was like, what?
It's given you're allowing him to make you look bad just so you can include him. And that's what you keep doing. So if that's what she want to do, I'm going to let her do it. But y'all should pay them people they fucking money. Y'all always trying to get away with not paying people for these shows, but be streaming them and been in syndication playing on BET our whole goddamn lives, basically.
I agree. And I feel like this is a good time to ask for that. While you got the actors, the writers, everybody on strike asking for things, I feel like this is the time. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more people coming to the forefront trying to get paid for stuff. That's what,
I hope they do.
Somebody said, use your strengths. He could have held the camera.
That was the comment for me. Because I agree. He need to be in the back sometimes. He can be involved, but reading that script.
And and I feel like to Bondi's
So
point
the
of having
husband was
people.
reading like Sweetie at the VMAs.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh
God.
Lord. Sweetie is a prime
No,
example
sweetie.
of how you can be beautiful and that's it. I don't know why men are always like, women can't, they have to do something. Why they, just be. No, women can literally just be beautiful and nothing else. And Sweetie is the perfect example of that. She doesn't do anything good besides look good.
That is too funny. And that's what I think her husband could have did, was just sit there and be her moral support. He didn't really have to offer much of, an opinion or
Sharon.
anything or read that. Like, I don't know. But I love that y'all asked, like, where was Countess? That makes so much sense. If y'all are the ones advocating, and y'all both black women should come together and y'all could have did that video on your own. Okay.
Child, Countess ain't got time for that. So I don't know why, but I just imagine Countess laying in her bed somewhere like, girl, I ain't got time for that.
I believe it. I can see that. But she gonna want to benefit from it though.
That's
This
exactly what I was
my
thinking.
thing though. Coming from Countess.